Good evening, everyone. This is a regular meeting of the Guam Public Utilities Commission. This is in our new home now in the DNA building, Suite 807. It is 6:35 p.m., January 29th, 2026. And all commissioners are present this evening. First order of business is PAG docket number 2503, petition to adjust the Port Authority of Guam's tariff rate. We don't have an ALJ report just yet, but Joe Fett, why don't you just kind of explain where we're at with it?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So as some of the commissioners may know, thank you, Commissioner Lewis and Chairman, for attending the public hearings that we held last week. At the public hearings that we conducted last week in the villages of Galido, Asin, and over at the GDC building, we received a number of written as well as oral testimony regarding PAG's request to adjust its labor and equipment usage rates. And for instance, we received testimony from Michelle Kenachai from APL, from Mr. John Selig, who's associated with the Port Users Group, Jacob Tayama from the Port Users Group, Catherine Camacho and Catherine Castro and Teo from the Guam Chamber of Commerce. We also received a letter from the Governor of Guam, as well as from Senator Sabina Perez. And so my thought is, Mr. Chairman, is that we need some time to sort through the issues that were raised and both the written and the oral testimony that was given to us at these public hearings. And so I recommend at this time to table the matter, including resolving some procedural issues that we might encounter.
Okay, thank you, Joe Fett. Jojo or Rory, I see you with us there. I can see you across the table there. Do you want to make any comments regarding this matter at all?
Yeah, no, just for the record, we want to thank the Public Utilities Commission for the 3 rounds of public hearings that we had. Thank you for allowing me to attend virtually. I'm on official business in Honolulu, Hawaii for a Pacific Ports Conference. In August of this year, Guam will host the annual Pacific Ports Guam, and so it's a big opportunity for us to be here in Honolulu, Hawaii. But the work continues, right? And so I want to thank Jojo for being there physically. As your ALJ pointed out, they were...
Oh, we lost you, Rory.
Could you hear me?
No,
the last hearing in Asen, no one testified, but on that day, we do want to say for the record that we did have a meeting at the port with the Port Users Group to again go over what this tariff adjustment would mean like. Again, it's not an overall tariff adjustment. It's specific to the labor charge-out rate. For the record, the board chair and I, Dot Harris, are aligned with the governor's request to hold this in abeyance. Both Chairperson Harris and I have been trying to see if there's any appetite to implement this January of 2027, and maybe that's the justification for more time, but we ask that we continue to lean on the Public Utilities Consultant's 74-page report that affirms everything that we have been saying from day one, that the impact is 1/10 of a penny for a can of good and $60 per container. And so, be it as it may, we just want to have the record reflect that. And all of this work was done in-house by our finance team, headed by our CFO. And because it's a very specific tariff adjustment and not an overall tariff rate, we were able to do that, Mr. Chairman. Just because it's not an overall tariff rate, we didn't have to implore a consultant to do this, to bring us to this stage. And so we thank the LJ for his work, and we stand available to answer any questions you may have going forward. This, like I said, this is where I get the ideas, right? I come to conferences, I talk to my counterparts in the nation, ports. They get to negotiate because they get to negotiate with other unions for a 5-year contract. Every year there's an escalation clause, and that's how they set their labor rates. In the Port Authority of Guam, we don't get to do that. We have to come to the Public Utilities Commission. Last time were able to do that was in 2020 on that last 1% tariff increase, and why we are supportive of holding this in abeyance, at least we don't know what that looks like. The governor's been very supportive for us. As you know, she gave us $15 million from American Rescue Plan money, and that's why we did come to the PUC at all from fiscal year 2022 and 2023. And so we started this petition since FY 24, and so the record is there, and again, we're available for any questions you may have, and so thank you for allowing me to state this for the record.
Thank you, Rory. Jojo, any comments at all?
Sir, exactly what, we've done our due diligence, we've worked with the board, we've worked with the port users group all throughout this process, way back since 2024. And everything that they have asked for, we have explained. So we were ready today to actually do a presentation, because I think the first time around we were not able to do a presentation slide, just like Commissioner Doris Brooks mentioned. Right? So we were able to answer all of the comments that were made, the testimonies by APL and by the other agents, and we had a meeting with the port users group on that Thursday. Right? So we showed them exactly what our financial condition is. We showed them why it's justified. A majority of them understood exactly. So we were hoping that we could have that same audience with you to be able to present to you exactly what is our basis. Because basically it's the same thing. We went through the consultants. They basically did their own due diligence and asked the same question. So we're hoping that we are given that opportunity to present to you.
Okay. All right.
The one thing we just want to also state for the record, and so the port users group said, well, that's a lot of information to take in. And we said, obviously it is. So, but in terms of trying to, we don't want to oversimplify this process. But we stress that, the port's due diligence, our financial stewardship over the last 8 years in particular. When the port floated the 2018 revenue bond, Mr. Chairman and Commissioner, there was a commitment in the bond covenant that our monthly allotment would be $4.8 million. Fast forward to today, that's still $4.8 million. So I tell any company on the island, particularly in our industry, none of them have been able to live month after month after month for the last 8 years with that same $4.8 million a month. That never went up. Our employment rates generally flatlined and remained the same. We have clean audits, positive bond ratings, and throughout that same period, we've had about $106 million in federal funds, and that's why we're very active, at a federal level. And so this is the whole reason, as we explained to your ALJ, Joe Alcantara, is this is correcting a structural imbalance in how the tariff is administered and how the tariff has been prepared. I've asked our consultants early on, why isn't there an automatic mechanism to adjust the tariff rate year after year after year? And they said, worried because no one has ever asked. So that's Commissioner Brooks, where the thought came about. You tied to the CPI, the Consumer Price Index. So we didn't put a percentage. The public utilities consultant came back and said 4%, proposed to our board if they would be amenable to 4% or the CPI, whichever is higher. And so our board passed a subsequent resolution agreeing to that language. And then when we had met with the port users group that Thursday afternoon, they had asked us, so instead of saying 4% or the CPI, whichever is higher, could we agree to 4% or the CPI, whichever is lower? We said, certainly that's up to the Public Utilities Commission to decide, but that's an amendment that we believe the port could be amenable to. So instead of higher, you would take the CPA or 4%, whichever is lower. So year after year, we won't have to be coming back to the PUC to go through this very painful process of having to adjust those, those labor rates. And we also explained to the industry that we're kind of restructuring how these rates are being presented. You have some employees that are on step 10. You have some employees that are on step 1, step 2. So we're taking them at the median pay range. So everybody will be billed at step 5. And so the billing is predictable, it's consistent, and so we are still subsidizing the industry and the operations because we understand the port's role in our island's economy, in our region. And so we're not just looking to see what is our shortfall and then we're going to make it up on the backs of the ratepayers. This is not going to get us into any by any stretch of the imagination, but this is going to cure a structural deficiency that I've seen as general manager since day one, and I've been wanting with the team to correct this as a first step. Then after this, we're going to have to petition the PUC for an overall tariff increase, because when the PUC passed the tariff increase in 2017, they gave the port the 7.5%, then 7%, then 1%, then the last 1% in 2020. They set certain thresholds. If the CPI went above a certain percentage, if the container throughput went below 100,000, based on the percentage of the throughput, we should be at 100,000 TUs. We're flatline about 85,000 TUs. So then back then, the revenue that was projected for the port back in 2017, we're not hitting those marks. So this is not about the port overspending, overhiring. This is not about promising to have better services. So we tell the industry, we went from 36 hours in vessel productivity down to 24.5 hours. We've gone from deferred maintenance to preventive maintenance, and that's why you'll see in our balance sheet, our maintenance expenses have gone up, particularly the last several years, because we're now doing preventive maintenance. We're doing everything that we're supposed to be doing. We're check marking all those boxes that ensure that we run the port like a company, and at the same time, we're going through this very painful public process to try to correct how this tariff is being administered. And so we've asked our partners, I've asked the Chamber of Commerce to not say that this is a 17% increase and have a public panic, because how we invoice our carriers doesn't translate, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, how this impact is felt at the cash register. And that's what your PUC consultant affirmed, 1/10 of a penny per canned good. And so we need to take the time to communicate what this impact would be. And our board, our Port Authority board, is extremely sensitive, as the governor and lieutenant governor have been in the areas of affordability. This is why we're okay with the idea of an abeyance, but we just can't pause indefinitely. And the best we can get is January 2027. I think it's still a big victory for the Port Authority in terms of how this tariff is being administered and how to correct the structural imbalance and inefficiencies in underbillings that we've determined. So whatever is requested of us, we will provide. And I think I've said more than I should have, other than to say we look for the next step. So we're liking with what the administration wants.
Thank you, Roy. Do any of the commissioners have any questions right now? So we're just going to need a little more time to digest some of the information that was given to us at the public hearings.
I do have a question of Rory. Okay, you
Yes.
said earlier, and I also heard it on the media, that you were in line with what the governor had asked. Is your board going to take a position to, because right now the PUC has this formal request to act on. And so my question to you is, are there plans for your board to either modify your request or to modify your request in line with the negative testimony, not just from the governor, but from all the people that were cited, okay? And most of them did not say in abeyance, most of them said no. So in line with all of that, is the Port Authority Board going to reconsider this docket?
For
Because
the,
right now,
you know,
we have
the
to act
open
on
government
it.
law. So the open government law doesn't allow the board members to have any meetings or discussions outside of the duly noticed public meeting that has been an agenda that's been published. The most I've done is reached out to the board chair to share with her the governor's letter requesting the PUC to hold this in advance. I think it was very prudent for the governor to address her letter to the PUC board chairman, the PUC, and not to the Port Authority Board, because this is where the matter lies. And when the matter first came up, as JoJo said, we just had a board meeting, the agenda was published. I don't know if it's, I don't know if we would take this back to the board, for the board to have a position when the board's already taken a position as a board. The board has passed a resolution, you can see in the packet, January of last year, calling on this tariff adjustment. And then I think in February there was another resolution, and then the PUC, through its consultants, had the 74-page report. So far it's just been the board chair and I that have been communicating this publicly, only to kind of salvage some opposed to not getting anything at all. Now the testimony that we have been receiving from the port users group, they didn't constitute that meeting officially. That was just something that they just got gathered, decided to ask for some time to review it. We had that meeting that following day. APL's taken a position on their own. The senator, I just heard that there's some testimony in opposition to it, in addition to the governor's testimony. So Commissioner Brooks, I guess my answer is that the matter is before the PUC. That's why we're in a procedural, as your ALJ pointed out, there's some procedural issues that we're kind of in the 11th hour where the matters for the PUC, and I don't know if the PUC will take this back and file an amended docket when all the information is currently before the PUC.
I guess that would be up to the board to decide, Rory, if they want to revisit this. Do you hear me?
And Mr. Chairman, that's what the Commissioner Brooks communicated to us that first night.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when you said you would proceed with these public hearings, and since the matter is before the PUC, it'll be up to the PUC to amend, to reject, to just dispose.
Mm-hmm.
But any petitioner can always amend their docket. You're certainly free to do that, and that's my question. Do you plan to, will this matter be taken up before your board at their next meeting to amend the docket, withdraw the docket, whatever? You know. So that's really the question, because if we don't hear anything from the board, then of course the PUC will proceed as if, you know.
That's their final answer. Yeah. So we'll wait here, see what they say going forward at this point, Rory. It's up to them.
But I know that the board chair and I did not oppose to the abeyance, and to give the PUC additional time to, I guess, answer those questions that came up at the public hearing, and to give it to the 74-page PUC consultant's report to affirm everything that we have been submitting, to really communicate what this tariff adjustment would do, and when the right time would be to implement it, and what that implementation would look like.
Okay. Anything else, Doris? Anything else? Okay. Thank you, Rory. Thank you, JoJo.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Do we need a motion to table?
Go ahead, do that.
Motion to table docket.
Second?
Second.
Joe seconds, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The motion carries unanimous. Thank you again, Rory, for your time. Thank you, Joe.
Okay.
On to administrative matters. We have Guam Power Authority Power Quality Review Protocol. Anthony, I believe this one is yours.
Yes, it is, Mr. Chair. So,
Hang on. These microphones are kind of twitchy, Sheila, actually. Are these the same ones we've always been using?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's the old one.
They're out of the range. They don't turn green as easily.
They stay green for a little while and then they go off.
Oh, no, it's,
It's on right now?
yeah.
But it's been staying on for like a minute or so and then it just goes off. Is yours doing that too? Yes. Yours is doing that too?
no, just beeps. Mine's,
Yeah.
I got red beep.
But it's still on.
Yeah, same, more or less.
It's still on?
It's still, yeah, it's still on.
No.
Okay, sorry.
How might just turn off?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
So just say,
That's it, there we go. So, I've been working, I spent quite a lot of time researching whether or not, somewhere out there in the United States, there was a power quality review protocol. I haven't been successful yet. I did find an organization which has a 97-page model program to measure the quality of electrical power. Okay, so, sorry, my mic keeps going in and out.
That's okay. We'll forget the mics tonight.
Yeah, so,
Just
yeah, so in essence, looking at that, I've been learning quite a bit about measuring the quality of electrical power. I did reach out to GPA with a concept, and I've yet to hear back from them. Now that I've learned how complex that question is, I can see why. So the 97 pages is mostly mathematical measuring formulas. And the power quality has a couple of variables. So there's the quality of the power that's generated, and then it goes through the transmission, but also the types of devices, the amount of electricity that the end user has an effect on the quality of that power, separate and apart from what is produced. Yeah. So somewhere there is the answer. I'm going to find it, but it's still very much a work in progress.
I brought this up earlier to GPA and to Anthony at the beginning of the year that we kind of got the power quantity issue settled now with the new power plant and the new solar plants coming on board. And one of the concerns that the community has had is brownouts, blackouts, all these things over time, and that we would strive to have a better system. And we would have metrics that we would measure as we would go forward through time. So I'm meeting with John and Francis tomorrow, probably up at City around 2 p.m. if you can make it. If you can't, that's okay. It's just a preliminary discussion.
I'll try to, yeah, I think
Yeah, just you could get some of their input, what they feel is feasible. We don't necessarily have to do the whole 97 pages worth of whatever the ideal system is. I don't know that a lot of utilities actually do this in any great scope, but certain basic things would be nice to be measured.
Well, I found that, okay, so where most jurisdictions handle the issue of power quality, it's a required part of the service contract between the utility company and the customer. And it usually states a range. Now, a range of the power that's supposed to be provided, and what happens if equipment is damaged. So that's usually how, but they're really, like I said, I haven't stopped looking, but I haven't quite found a protocol where there's measuring the quality of power in an electrical system yet.
Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of the idea. The other thing that I wanted them, they're doing this a bit in the bills on a monthly basis that they give to us. They show pricing of Guam Power compared to other jurisdictions, other islands that are in the area too. And I'd like to see them do that on a regular basis because actually GPA compares very favorably with a lot of places, including stateside, Hawaii, California, the islands around the Pacific. Probably, I've never seen one that has a lower cost power structure than GPA in the entire Pacific. If you go to any of the other island nations and whatnot, it's significantly higher. I mean, double, triple, quadruple. And even nations in the area, some of them are heavily subsidized, such as South Korea and Taiwan, so they compare more favorably, but again, the government is stepping in and paying a large portion of the power bill. If you look at Japan, which is not subsidized, we're the same as Japan. They're about 25 cents kilowatt hour. If you look at the developed nations, Europe and so forth, the OECD countries, Guam is in the median. We're the average. Half the nations are cheaper than us and half of them are more expensive than us. And I think GPA needs to get that message out more often. And I think going forward, the way we're dropping the amount of fuel that we're going to need to be buying, our pricing is going to be relatively stable and a lot more reliable than it had been in the past. So both residences and businesses can have more predictability going forward as to what the pricing structure is going to be. It won't vary as much. So if we can get the stability and reliability problem improved over time too, I think we're going to be in a pretty good position. So I want them to just get it out there. They're open to doing it. A little bit more openness and transparency and sharing that with their community, and we'll see where we go. So if you can make it tomorrow, it'll probably be the first part of the discussion. And when they're ready to bring something forward, we'll probably have that future discussions here at the PUC meeting. So that's a project that will open up in 2026. But thank you, Anthony. Thank you for finding that 97-page report.
Yeah, at least we have something to base on.
All right. So that's just information. Next is resolution number 2603 relative to the approval of the employment agreement for in-house legal counsel Anthony R. Camacho. I think we kind of discussed all this already. Anybody have any further comments regarding this at all? It's already been signed. Resolution number 2603. Do we have to make a motion on this resolution also?
That's correct.
Okay.
Well, if you have a conflict, which needs to be right.
And
He's asking me that, so.
just one question, when will Anthony officially start?
Next month,
Next month?
as their full-time. Yeah.
March 1st.
March 1st.
Oh, March 1st.
We didn't want to make it April 1st.
Thank you.
So if somebody could make a motion on the resolution.
Motion to approve resolution 2603.
Thank you, Pete. Second?
Second.
Mike seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Welcome aboard, Anthony.
Thank you. Looking forward to all.
I ran into Anita over the weekend at the Guam Business Meeting, and I hugged her a little bit with her loss over at UET with your departure.
They didn't take it very well.
Well, I'm sure they'll find something. Next is fiscal year 2025, FOIA annual report. I haven't even looked at this yet. Lou, do you have any comments regarding this at all?
Actually, that's just to be submitted via public law, so.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's pretty much just for FYI to the members. And if they have any other comments on
How
it.
many FOIAs do we have? Do we
We
have
had-
any this past year?
two, right?
Well,
Two?
technically one.
One, and one was a
The scam.
scam,
Well, that's the one.
Right.
That was the one. That was the one that we
It's
just.
not like the old days.
yeah.
Okay. Any questions regarding that at all? Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome.
And I think that concludes the meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn? Thank you, Pete. Second? Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion
Wow.
carries unanimously.
This is our, the shortest meeting I've
Yeah. Time to-
Yeah. that one. And then